This video is sponsored by Oculus. Check the link in the video description to see how you can get your hands on an Oculus Rift and Oculus Rift Touch. What is going on, guys? It is Cypher here. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. This is a second video I'm doing talking about the Insomniac game, The Unspoken, which I was given the privilege to cast at DreamHack. And not only am I excited about the fact that they did a very good event, it was run very well. A lot of people were extremely happy. But after spending 2 days casting this event and actually getting a hands-on look at the game and being able to experience people playing this competitively, it's actually made me very excited for VR and competitive esports, as where I feel that this is a pretty good launching point, as this game is not only optimized well for just playing, but this game is actually optimized very well for competitive. Now, the view that you're looking at right now is not the view that you would have while playing. It's a first-person 1v1 best of 3. So you'd be seeing it from a first-person standpoint. But this is what is called caster mode. So if you're watching from a tournament, or if you're someone like me who's casting the event to give like a play-by-play or see how they're playing, this is the view that you would get from like an overview, like if you're watching an actual sporting event. And in a minute, I'm going to show you guys the actual view that they had at what's called the mixed reality booths, where people would go on stage, use a blue screen, and they would show the actual game surrounding them and how they're actually, casting spells and summoning things and things of that nature, and throwing, the anarchist is throwing, fire skulls, or in this case, when the blackjack is playing, throwing the discs and things like that. But this game honestly does have a very good competitive feel to it. There's what I call, and what most people in esports call, fair play, where it doesn't matter which side of the map you're on or which magician you are, you equally have a chance to win if you strategically play yourself correctly, not just defensively but defensively. I found a very, very good portion of all the players actually getting more and more tactical as they got on with this game. There was a lot of people that did not even get a chance to ever play this game until they saw it at DreamHack. They went through the tutorial, which they all got to play as anarchist, and then they realized that there are strategic advantages to being a kinesis or a blackjack and things like that. And they're actually taking this game and being more creative and strategic, not just throwing things at people, not just throwing the spears at people, not just staying on one pedestal. As you can see, people are actually being mobile and moving around. Now, each map has a different summon, which to me right now, the best summon that I've seen is, I think it's on Jackson dig site, and it's the serpent. It's 3 snakes that pop up in the middle and start destroying your opponent. And basically every second round, people get to fight over who's going to be able to summon that to give the opponent another objective and another danger they have, and give somebody a little bit of an advantage on trying to defeat them because they fought and they won for that summon. It's a really great game. Honestly, as far as competitive goes, now you can see this is how it looks like when you're actually playing the game. Like if you're playing the game, this is what you would be casting and throwing, and there's shields and things like that. So you're actually immersing yourself in a first person, which I think is really amazing. And the fact that you're mixing like magic and spell casting and all that kind of cool sci-fi stuff that I'm really into a first person, and then you throw in the VR factor and the fact that the game's optimized very well, I see this as being a very big contender in esports. If they keep doing these tournaments, which they're actually doing now. I'm going to actually cast at a tournament in New York City for the Unspoken, and they're offering thousands of dollars in prizing and money and stuff like that, and Oculus Rifts. And not to mention, I don't know if I mentioned this, I know I mentioned it in the last video, but at DreamHack they had free to enter tournaments each day at DreamHack that people could just walk up in, and they could enter a tournament and compete against people in a leaderboard, and the winner actually got a free Oculus Rift Touch and a copy of the game. And they gave away hundreds of games. And once you have this game, all the content's free. Everything is free with this game. It's an amazing, amazing title, especially for esports, when usually competitive titles have a lot of pay options and pay DLC and pay weapons and stuff like that. The game, I think retail price is $29.99, and that's it for the VR game. And then every time they add new characters, like they already have 4 magicians now: the Drifter, the Kinesis, the Blackjack, and the Anarchist. But they're going to be adding one more new magician. I just don't know the name of them yet, and they haven't told me yet. They have multiple arenas. I think all of them, Astor Garden, I believe, Burnham Station, Elmhurst, I believe it's called, Elmhurst Avenue, Jackson dig site, which I like the most because of the digital serpent Summons, Lockport Bridge, Midway Pier, and I believe Pulaski Circle, I believe. So they have multiple arenas in this, and with 4 RD magicians, I see this as being a very good game for competitive and for people to play competitively on. Now, the problem is that, you know, not many people know about this game and know that people are playing competitively online. So that's why it's really cool that I, you know, get to go to these events and cast them, because there is actually a huge online community and a big online community they have online leaderboards and people that have been playing this game since it came out, like in December, I believe it came out. And people have been very competitive with this. And to me, this is the next step in esports. You know, this is the next step in immersing yourself in a competitive video game. I'm not saying it's going to replace anything. I'm not saying, you know, it's going to be the best thing in the world, but this is exciting. This is very exciting. To me, I had a trip just casting it, and the people playing had a trip playing it. And what's the most important thing about any esports event or title is that the audience enjoyed it. And that's what makes games successful. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video, my view on this. If you have any thoughts on it or any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section here of this video. Give the video a like if you'd like. And I hope to see you guys at the next Oculus Unspoken event. This is Scythe signing out. Have a good day. Peace.